Hi guys, I'm finally doing that vaca frita. Oh, this is a little scary. I'm finally doing the vaca frita recipe that my sister-in-law gave me. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit with stuff that I have inside my pantry and stuff that I know that I wanna use for fact. I've been marinating my huge 2-pound flank steak in the Chef Merito Mojo Criollo marinated, so it's marinated in there right now. I'm also gonna use that liquid to put inside the pan so it cooks it all up. First things first, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna place the huge piece of meat inside the Instant Pot with its liquid marinated. If you don't have it marinated, no big deal. It's not gonna change anything, but I always like to marinate most of the meat. So let me show you the size of this thing. For those of you who have a 6-quart, I would say chop this up. It's huge. And it's thick, which is why I'm gonna give it a little bit more time than usual, because I want it to get so tender that it actually breaks up easily when I'm shredding it at the very end after it's cooked. So I'm gonna go ahead and I put my Mojo Criollo in there from the Chef Merito. I put the flank steak. I'm gonna put 2 bay leaves, add some Chef Merito lemon pepper, Chef Merito garlic salt, little bit of cumin, some oregano, sorry for the McDonald background. I'm also gonna add a chopped up onion. They're covered enough water so that it's covering my beef and my veggies, as you can see. It's gonna be a little bit hard to stir around, but do the best you can. We're gonna go ahead and close this. We're gonna put your vent to seal, and you're gonna put your Instant Pot on high pressure for 40 minutes. Okay, my Instant Pot beeped, meaning it's done. I went ahead and quick released. It was 40 minutes in here, so we're gonna see how yummy this looks in here. Still has a little bit of pressure. I'm gonna push down on it. I might even use these onions. All right, guys, so let me show you what this looks like in here. All the peppers and the onions are cooked, and let me show you how small the beef turned out to be. Woo! It just fell off. I probably won't even have a hard time shredding it. See how much smaller it turned? So I'm gonna take the whole thing and very carefully put it on my cutting board. There's another piece in here that I fell out. And I'm going to shred it. So much so like the Vaca Frita. Like, it's kind of like a ropa vieja type thing. It's so tender that it's probably gonna shred very easily. And it should be more on the easy side. Please, please, please do not throw away the contents that are in your pot, because you will be using some of the juice to cook in. So, I'll show you how easy this is. I have my bowl here, so once I shred it, I'm gonna go ahead and toss it in there. So, oh, easy, dude. Look at that. Oh. Super easy to shred. And this is the amazingness of the Instant Pot, that your meat comes out tender, it comes out flavorful. I'll even taste them now. Guys, it's so good. Perfect in salt. I know that I always say, oh guys, it's so good. And you're really wondering, is she really saying it's good, or trust me, I've done recipes that taste like shit and I won't post them. So I'm gonna go ahead and shred this as much as I can. And I'm actually going to cut it into 3 equal parts. Why? Because I actually wanna saute it in pieces and fry it in pieces in the Instant Pot on saute mode. So Oscar's not here yet, so I wanna make sure that I have enough meat for him to saute it when he gets here in the Instant Pot. So I'm gonna put some away for him. And some for later on, and I'm gonna actually try to saute this little piece here with my rest of my ingredients, which are lime, a little bit more of salt, and onions, of course. All right, so for those of you that are wondering what is vaca frita, it actually means, this was my son's slobber because I had to pick him up. It actually means fried beef or fried cow, literally, vaca's cow. Frita is, so basically it's shredded beef, and when you saute it and fry it, it becomes like a little burnt crispy on the outside, and you marinate that with the onions, some lime, and some salt. So that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. But because my pot is still full of all this wonderful stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and get my handy dandy mitts. I'm gonna strain the liquid. I'm gonna keep the onions and also keep some of the liquid that it's sitting in to do the actual cooking of the vaca frita. All right, I emptied out my pot. There's nothing in there. I didn't clean it out because I'm still gonna use all the excess liquids and stuff that's in there. I turned it off, and I'm gonna click saute. Pour a little bit of olive oil. Now I'm gonna be actually trying to fry the actual meat, and this is where the hard part may be, and this is why I'm testing it out and showing you guys to see, to make sure that it works. Because if it doesn't, then I'm just gonna put it in a pan and fry it like a normal vaca frita. But if it works here, then that's one less pot that you have to dirty. So I'm putting a little bit of olive oil in there. I'm gonna wait till that heats up. And then once that heats up, I'm gonna put all my shredded beef in there. The whole point, so the way I saw my sister-in-law do it, she did it first in the Instant Pot, and then she did it in the pan. But when you're served vaca frita at a Cuban restaurant, it usually comes kind of like a steak altogether. So I'm gonna try to keep it kind of in like a steak format versus trying to flip it and turn it around, because the whole point of the vaca frita is to have crispy on the outside and then tender in the inside. So my oil is hot. I'm gonna go ahead and toss in my beef. Create a little bit of like a steak format on that, because once it sticks together, it should be able to, I guess, cook it. I don't know. I'm trying this out for the first time. If not, you can always toss it around. So I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And I'm gonna kind of just let it sit there like a steak. Let me see if you guys can see. Let me get closer. Here we go. I'm just gonna kind of let it sit there and sear like a steak. That way, I'm trying to get it into that, crispy outside on the bottom. And then I'm gonna somehow try to flip it. So we'll see. I'm gonna give this about 5 minutes. Check it on the bottom, make sure it's not burned, and probably flip it over. God, this just looks great. Oh well, mom life, right? Drop some lime in there on top. Very important. I'm gonna put half a lime on one side and the other half on the other side. So it's definitely doing a crisp on the outside. So it's frying. So that is a good sign. The only thing will be hard about this is probably the actual flipping of it. So I might not be able to keep it just like a steak. I'm going to have to constantly mix it around. But that is okay, people. It doesn't have to look like a steak to me. It just has to taste good. So it looks like it's definitely frying inside the Instant Pot on saute mode. I mean, by all means, you can always use a pan and do it that way. But I don't feel like cleaning a bunch of things. So I'm definitely going to just keep it doing it on this mode. And it's definitely cooking, and it's definitely crunching up the sides. So why not do it in the Instant Pot? If it can do it, might as well use it. Guys, I reached my preferred vaca frita status. I already tasted it, so it's good in salt. If yours isn't ready as far as saltiness, or you want to add more pepper or whatever, this is the time to do it right before you take it out. But mine's ready to go with its onions, its lime, its salt. I'm so excited to eat. I haven't had like vaca frita in a long time. So I'm gonna leave you to it. You guys are totally gonna enjoy it if you do it this way. Obviously, you can add green peppers to that. You can add even your own stuff, but just remember, 40 minutes on the meat, shred it, and then put it on saute mode. I would say a good 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how much crispiness you want. All right, guys, enjoy the vaca frits.